Okay guys, before we get into this, don't shoot me hate, okay? I've seen this circulating. I thought it'd be worth mentioning. It's a Reddit leak. Take a grain of salt with it. It's probably not true, but I think there's a chance it is, so let's get into it. What is up guys, it is I, your friendly neighbour Twat in a Sonic Hat Calamity, and before we get into the juicy subject matter of this video, let me remind you to hit that subscribe button. By hitting that subscribe button, you give me the power to assemble the 7 Chaos Emeralds and go Super Calam, and I know you want to see that. So subscribe, become a hatchling, join the hatchling empire, all that jazz, and let's get right into the video. So this person claims to have seen Sonic the Hedgehog 2 at a test screening and has broken down the plot for us. So potentially major spoilers ahead. If you don't want the movie spoiled, turn back now. I'm not saying that this is legit, but there's a chance it is. So in that regard, stay away if you want to go into the film completely free of spoilers. And yeah, let's break this down. It says, "Hi Sonic fans, I recently saw a test screening of the Sonic movie sequel with a friend. The same friend told me this subreddit existed, so I figured I'd let you all in on what I saw. I should preface all this by saying I had no idea I'd be seeing Sonic 2, so all my reactions and thoughts were completely in the moment, as I had no time ahead of it to form expectations. And B, I am no Sonic fan. I've played a tiny bit of some of the games here and there, but that's really it. I thought the first movie was just alright. It didn't really convince me to engage further with the series though. So I'm the most casual of casual fan you can get. I'll start off by saying a lot of effects were obviously unfinished, so I can't really say much about them. Stuff like Eggman's robotic motorbike ladybug things. I assume they have an official name, but it wasn't said in the film. All the different robots were just called badniks. Well, that's a motobug, sir. With just props, they weren't animated yet. Sonic and Tails were decently far along though. Still a lot of shading and lighting needed, but you could see them moving around and read their emotions just fine. There was also this one unintentionally hilarious bit where Knuckles' prop head was just floating in front of a blue screen. Had me and my friends laughing our asses off. I mean, this sounds kind of in the vein of where I expected the movie to be, so let's continue. As for performances, it was all perfectly fine. About what you'd expect for a turn your brain off family movie like this. Though Jim Carrey absolutely stole the show, he's not in this one quite as much, as the focus is mainly on Sonic and Tails traveling around the world, but he still gets a fair amount of great moments. One part especially where he freaks the fuck out about being outsmarted by a tiny blue Dr. Zeus reject once he gets back to Earth is amazing. Totally channels his crazy 90s charm. I did think that Eggman would take a back seat a little bit more, not necessarily a backseat. I still think that he was going to be majorly involved, but I did feel that they would focus on the friendship between Sonic and Tails a bit more, and of course the inclusion of Knuckles. The main plot and themes and morals and stuff like that is all perfectly average. Your typical believe in yourself and you can overcome anything kind of junk, the kids will eat it up. Out of Sonic and Tails, I think that message worked much better for Tails. Sonic just kind of grows a bit from a loud annoying kid to a loud annoying hero, whereas Tails actually grows from a nervous cowardly little guy into a strong determined hero who's crucial in helping Sonic save the day. In the big final battle, the two do bounce off each other quite nicely. I'll give the movie that. They share a really sweet fireplace scene where they both talk about their experiences with Longclaw and how they miss her. That might be the best scene in the movie, honestly. Of course, you have the other main character, Knuckles. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Who honestly had a pretty shitty redemption arc. Oh god. It's so painfully obvious where it's going right from the start. Where he's messing around with his friends as a kid, keeping guard of Longclaw. Okay. Then obviously he accidentally frees her and gets shunned by the rest of his tribe. Oh. Okay. So he's all alone and determined to prove himself. Then Eggman stumbles onto him and recruits him to take down Sonic and Tails for him. But along the way he sees that they're real friends and that he should side with them and yada yada yada. It's Baby's first redemption arc and it's easily the weakest part of the film, though I guess for fans it'll be cool seeing Sonic and Tails fight Knuckles. Yo, okay. Then slowly convince him that he shouldn't be helping the guy who openly talks about robotifying every planet in the galaxy. So hey, hopefully you all like the Knuckles stuff. I hope I do too. I really hope I enjoy the Knuckles stuff. probably the thing I'm most excited for. Also really interesting that the Echidna clan aren't wiped out in this and that Knuckles is just shunned from them. I guess that solidifies them more as the bad guy, and you don't have, you know, like genocide of the Echidna tribe. So understandable for a kids movie. It was pretty dark when you think about it, but yeah, okay, I can dig that. I will say though that the lore with the ancient Echidna civilization and the emerald that holds the power of an elemental god, and Sonic harnessing that power to become something out of Dragon Ball Z, that stuff was pretty cool. It felt unique, though I assume it's all just lifted from the games. Is that Super Sonic? Is that what he means? But then, from what we gathered, there's only one emerald. So that wouldn't turn him Super Sonic, but maybe it does in this iteration. Who knows? And the fact that it holds the powers of an elemental god, that's got to be chaos, right? Surely. I don't know, this is sounding pretty cool at the moment. Oh, and one last thing, and this is the most spoilery part of this post. I've already read this bit. This is a big spoiler, and the thing that gets me most gassed, if it's real, which I'm 90% it is because I predicted it, and yeah, so just get ready for this. We'll go right into it. But yeah, there's a post-credit scene, because everyone has to be Marvel now, I guess. Oh, come on, man. That's not a great commentary. It shows the government making some Sonic clone. I'm assuming it'll be that Shadow guy in the final release, but I'm not totally sure because in the version I saw, it was just Sonic's model colored black. I kind of suspected this was going to be the case. I thought it might be the government created him as opposed to the Gerald Robotnik stuff, but I can't even express it. I've always thought Shadow would be in a post-credit scene, and I'm not saying this is true. I'm not. But nothing here sounds out of the ordinary, and I'm going to get into my thoughts shortly after about why I feel there could potentially be a tiny bit of credibility in this. Shadow the Hedgehog. I knew it. I don't know it because I don't know it's going to happen, but I knew it. The third movie is going to be Shadow's movie, and I'm gassed about that. If this is all legit. Overall, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is perfectly average. Kids will love it, there's enough stuff in there so it won't bore the adults, and there seems to be a lot of stuff crammed in there for hardcore fans to enjoy. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them as best I can, though forgive me if I don't understand some super specific references to the games you're asking about. As I said before, I am entirely casual fan. Thanks for reading my dumb thoughts, and look forward to the film when it comes out. You should all enjoy it. Okay, so there are a lot of comments here, and I've seen that the guy has gone through it, and he goes into some detail about fights between Knuckles and that kind of thing, and I'm actually not going to go through this. It does seem to be more fans attacking him, and you know, like most of these Reddit leaks, there is a high chance that this is fake, none of this is legit, but knowing what I know, I thought I would maybe just go into slightly why there is a possibility it could be legit. So a couple of months ago, one of the post-production studios that worked on the first Sonic and are working on Sonic 2 were hiring new artists for the project. It's been a couple of months now, and we are actually in the perfect time for Paramount to hold these very surprise test screenings just to gauge audiences' reaction. These are quite a common thing. You can sign up for multiple services where you get access to these. You often have to sign an NDA, and this person has clearly broke that, but that's the anonymity of Reddit, I guess. And you get to see movies before they're done, and they take a quick survey at the end and see what you thought of the movie, that kind of thing. There's a chance, considering when the film is coming out and what time it is now, there is a chance that this person legitimately went to a test screening for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I'm not saying it's true, but a lot of the points do seem to bounce off what we know to be in the film already, and at the end of the day, it could just be a crazy Sonic fan that's written this online saying they're not a Sonic fan, lying to get some hype, get some clicks. But, you know, if we want to believe the guy and think that this could be exactly the circumstances in which he said, then I think we're up for something really cool. Let's be honest, the film didn't really appeal to people that weren't fans of Sonic or children in the original one. The screening I went to that Paramount invited me to, I was there with people like the Sonic Stadium and stuff like that. It was a full adult screen. There were kids in there, but it was majority of the adults watching this. And I think that speaks to the Sonic fan base. You know, the Sonic tubers were the ones that were emailing Paramount and trying to get into that premiere, and you know I'm going to be trying to do that for this one. So there's a wide mix. It's either going to appeal to the kids or it is going to appeal to the hardcore fans, and this person does seem to iterate that. Again, whether they are chatting nonsense, we won't know until the film comes out, and hopefully I'll find out just slightly before at the premiere. Paramount, if you're seeing this, which you're not, but if you're seeing this, please invite me. I'll do a great review for you again. So yeah, I'm excited, guys. If Shadow the Hedgehog is in this, in the post-credit scene, as I have predicted many times would happen, I will be a crying happy child in that post-credit scene. But what do you guys think? Do you think there's any validity? Do you like what you've heard? Do you think it's going to be something different? Let me know. That engagement really helps, so leave that comment, leave a like, leave a dislike if you didn't like it, and of course, more important than ever, hit that subscribe button, become a hatchling, join the hatchling empire, and I will see you guys on the next one, because that is what it takes to be a calamity. Lots of love, guys. Good night.